Yeah.
Okay, hi everyone, welcome to Ballet Express. I hope you enjoyed lip reading and that might have been a little bit fun for you. James, who's supposed to be the expert at streaming and computer stuff, made a mistake and didn't unmute us.
But we are unmuted now and it's all good. Sorry, I have headphones, I'm just controlling the stream. And Jessica was just saying how important stretch versus strength is.
Yes, because today is a stretch class, as you know, because I have been doing, like James says, a lot of strengthening things, using this lockdown time to do that. But I felt I'm getting tighter and tighter and my legs are getting lower and lower, even though I'm getting stronger and I can balance a lot nicely. But I really love having high knees. It's just something I love having and I want to just have a little bit of a stretch session. So I thought we could actually do this together. It might be nice. We all like to have a little bit of a stretch session.
Exactly. So enjoy, and Jessica's going to take you through the most wonderful stretch class. You can use this any time of the day, week, whatever, as long as you are A, warm, and B, mentally prepared.
Yes, alright. So the things you're going to need, I'm going to let you know right now, just so that you can get them. And don't worry if you don't have some of these items, you can still do the exercises and stretches without them. So I would recommend any kind of massage ball. I actually have another one that's just one. So a little massage ball. If you have ankle weights, please get those. A little stretching band or TheraBand. We're going to use that for our arabesque, sweat towel because we're going to sweat. And if you have any kind of a roller or a yoga block, we're going to use this for our overspins. Okay, now before we get started, we are going to do a little bit of a cardio warm-up. Only 1 minute, just very short. We don't want to do too much, we just want to get the blood flowing. So James is going to time us. We are going to do 30 seconds jogging on the spot and 30 seconds jumping jacks. That is it, just to warm ourselves up. Hopefully you can see me standing up. James, can they see me?
I'm busy getting the timer asked.
Let me check. Alright, it's okay if you can't see the top of me because we're going to get back down onto the ground. So we're just going to jog on the spot.
You said 30 seconds, right?
30 seconds, that's okay. You can just leave the camera there.
I'll just move it up.
Alright, James is going to tell us when he's ready.
Ready.
Here we go. And just jogging on the spot. Try to get some high knees. As fast as you can. Just to get that heart rate going. I can already feel it working. Okay, that's time. Let's go into our jumping jacks. Ready?
Okay. "15 seconds halfway."
We can do it. Oliver's just looking at me like, what are you doing? Okay. Now we should have that heart pumping and a little bit warmer. So what we're going to do is just start mobilizing our back, and whenever I'm on the floor, Oliver loves it. She just wants to join in. So let's lie down on our back, and what you're going to do is put your arms above your head. And then you're going to take your left leg, put it into a retire and go over. And then your right arm is going to go down to the floor and your left arm is going to go at like a little diagonal. And you're just going to hold this for a few seconds, breathing. Just try to calm that heart rate down. You should also feel a slight stretch in your shoulder. Keep that breathing, I'm a bit out of breath, sorry. Alright, come back and let's switch to the other side. Right leg and right arm. Deep breaths.
Okay, now you're going to bend your right knee and take your left one, bend it and put it on top of your right one. And you can hold wherever you like, either underneath your knee or on top. I don't like to hold on top because it puts pressure on the tendon. So we're just going to hold here for a few seconds, stretching out the butt, releasing it. Let's do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bring it a little bit closer. 13, 14, 15. And switch legs. Just gently, we just want to release it so long. We don't want to push too much right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now we're going to do our hamstring. So you're going to grab your foot, try to keep your bottom leg stretched. Doesn't matter which leg you start with, I'm starting with my right leg. And you want to keep your foot flexed the whole time. Keep your back on the floor and we're going to stretch and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times and stretch a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Taking a deep breath and breathe out as you stretch it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now just release it. Bring it next to your head as much as you can and relax. Let's go to the other side. This is my tighter leg. So interlace your fingers, grab underneath your foot, and here we go. Breathe in and breathe out and stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend. Breathe in and breathe out to stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently pull it down as far as you can and relax. Okay, before we move on to our back, I want to just release our glutes a little bit. So if you have any kind of massage ball, anything that you can use, a golf ball, maybe a golf ball is a bit too small, but maybe a tennis ball, anything that is ball-like. And we are going to use this just to release our glutes because this is going to help us with our other second.
Nick's just joined us. He says, hey guys.
Hey Nick, thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying your new place. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to do the same thing like we did in the beginning to stretch out our butt. And now you are going to have to feel this in yourself. Everyone is different. Everyone has different tight points. But you're going to put that ball there and you're just going to move around and find that tight position. Like I said, everyone is going to be a little bit different. Mine is more on the side. Struggling to find it today. Alright. I think that's it. Alright, and now we're going to hold just for about 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and take that leg off. Just relax it to the ground and we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And switch it over to the other side. We don't want to do too much because sometimes when you massage it before, it becomes like a rock and becomes more painful to stretch. Alright, I've definitely found this side. Give you a few seconds to find yours. And here we go, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and take that leg off. Oh, the side very tight, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we can put that ball aside. Maybe you want to have a sip of water. Have a sip of water if you need. Now we're just going to gently release it. So what we're going to do is you're going to cross your knees over each other, and you want to try and make a straight line with your feet. You don't want them to be too close like this. You want them to be as far out as possible, and that's okay if you are sitting like this, if you have very tight glutes, but you want to aim to have both butt cheeks on the floor. We're just going to do, let's say, 10 seconds because we're going to do an intensive butt stretch just now. So let's just do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch legs. Try to keep that nice alignment. Reaching up nice and tall, breathing in and breathing out. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to go to our back. Let's get it out the way. So take your TheraBand or your stretching band, and we're just going to open up our shoulders before we go into our full back exercise. So depending on your shoulder flexibility, like I said, everyone has different tight points. You can first start with being shoulder distance apart. But if you have very loose shoulders, you can go even closer. If you have very tight shoulders, then you might have to be even wider. Alright, so I'm going to go with this. And we're going to do keeping our arms stretched, going all the way around to the back. And coming back. So we're going to do 5 like this. This counts as 1. And breathe out as you do the stretch. And that's 2. And 3. And coming back. And 4. Coming back. And 5. Now, as you come back, you're going to keep it here in the stretch position. And you're just going to bend your body to the side a little bit. Feel nice stretch in the armpits. And coming back. Alright, let's do 5 more, but a little bit closer now. So you're really going to feel the stretch. If you feel like it's too much, don't bring it too close, then release it. But you really want to try to keep the arms nice and stretched and shoulders level. So you don't want to pop the one shoulder as you go back. You want to keep them nice and even. And coming back. And 2. Coming back. And 3. Keep breathing. Try to keep your head up. Don't look down, otherwise it's not going to do the stretch. And 4. Coming back. Last one. 5. And coming back. Alright, we're going to put this aside because we are going to use this for our extensions at the end. Okay. So if you have watched our live arabesque class, we're going to do some of the exercises from there. Alright, so take a towel. I like to use a towel just for the cushioning of that bone down there. But if you are on a mat and it feels fine for you, that is absolutely okay. I just need that cushioning. Alright, so you're going to put that underneath your pelvis. And we have done this one as well in our arabesque class. But first what we're going to do, in case you haven't seen it, you're going to put your hands next to your shoulders and you're going to lead up with your head. So you don't want to go up using this part. You want to use your head. Use your arms to push you up as high as you can go, and coming down. We'll just do 5. Breathe in and breathe out, and going down, and 3, and coming down, and 4, and coming down. Last one, and 5. Now here comes the tricky part. I'm going to take one arm off into what we call third position, and we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I like to do that every day just for the arabesque strength, but we're not going to do too much of that today. Just need to keep those muscles activated. Alright, now we are going to take our feet on the outsides, and you're going to use your feet to pull your body up. This is going to be good for your stomach. Stretch out your stomach and into your hip flexor, which I'm having a bit of tightness in at the moment for some reason. Alright, so here we go. You're going to pull up like this. 1 and down. We'll do 8. 2 and down. 3 and down. 4 and down. 5 and down. 6 and down. 7 and down. Now this time you're going to come up, you're going to let go again. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, now we're just going to do, I think they call this child's pose. Just stretch it out. We'll hold it for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, that's going to be all our back stuff for the floor, or on the floor. We're going to do our band later on. Now let's go into our butt. Okay, very important for that a la seconde. If your butt is very tight, it's going to restrict you from getting your leg a little bit higher. And also with your middle splits. So, this one, what you're going to do is put your ankle on top of your knee and your knee on top of your ankle. So you don't want to have it like this, where it's on your thigh. You want to really have it like a box, really on top of each other. And now, I'll show you sideways so that you can see what I'm doing with my back. So, we don't want to round our back like this. This is the only time you can arch your back. That's in our classes. So you want to really keep your back nice and arched so that you're getting a nice deep stretch. So what we're going to do, this is from my friend Ganami. He is now dancing in Russia in the Mariinsky 2, and he taught me this stretch. So what we're going to do is 10 seconds, come up, 20 seconds, come up, and 30 seconds, come up. So I'll show you sideways with my left leg on top so you can really concentrate on your back. Here we go, breathe in, and breathe out, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming up. Now for 20. Breathe in and breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And coming up. Now for our 30 seconds. And you really want to push yourself. And here we go. Breathe in. And breathe out. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And before we come up, you're going to twist your body to go towards that top foot. So if your left leg is on top, you're going to go towards that left foot, and we're going to hold this way for 10 seconds. Don't lift your butt off the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, your leg might feel a little bit of a cramp, so just shake your legs out. And James is falling asleep there behind the camera. Hope this is not boring for you. Okay, now we're going to switch legs. I'm going to face the camera now. Right leg on top, or if you have the other leg, switch legs. Yes, I'm calling you out.
I'm not sleeping.
So let's go for our 10 seconds.
I'm just resting my eye.
And breathe in. And off we go forward. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming up into our 20 seconds. Breathe in and breathe out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now for our 30 seconds. Breathe in, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And twist towards that top foot. Make sure it's the top foot. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Shake your legs. Now we're going to go into what is called the bull stretch. It's the one we did earlier with our knees on top of each other, except we're just going to hold this for 30 seconds each side. Okay, this is also going to help. Alright, so I'm going to face slightly on an angle. I think it's a better angle for me to write those angles. Alright, so let's put our right knee on the top. And you want to keep those two butt cheeks on the floor. I have worked a lot with this exercise with many people. When I was in Korea and teaching a lot of adult ballet, they started off like this, where they could not even put their butt down on the floor, and by the end of a few months, maybe about 3 months, they were all fully forward like this. There was one lady that literally she couldn't even go this far. So it just shows you just need to practice with any kind of stretching. So let's go, 30 seconds. Breathe in and breathe out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's switch legs. Left leg on the top. I have a quick question for you if you are in the chat. Have you seen our latest video where I quizzed James on ballet terminology? If you have seen that video, please leave a comment on what you thought of it. And I'd just like to know what you thought of it. It was something different that we wanted to try. Okay, here we go. Breathing in and breathing out. Off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alright, have another sip of water if you need. Okay, now last one for our butt. What we are going to do is that same overlapping position we did in the beginning. Let's start with our right leg, so we're all on the same leg. And you're going to make that 90-degree angle with your leg. Then you're going to take your left leg and put it at the back, but you don't want to turn it out. You want to make sure it's really turned in, so the knee is touching the floor and your heel is pointing upwards like this. Just going to stretch your hip flexor a little bit. What we're going to do, we're just going to hold here for about 10 seconds. So let's hold. 10, 9, make sure you're square. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to lengthen up and you're going to go forward as far as you can. The same thing like we did, keeping your back nice and arched. And this for me is a really tight position, but if you can go with your tummy flat on the floor, that is exactly what we need to do. Let's hold this for 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Kasha in Africa says hi.
6.
And then ballet terminology looked a lot of fun. Interesting terms no one has hardly ever heard before, so it was very good as it is teaching as well.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I think there's about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming up now, because our right leg is in the front, you're going to lift up your right arm, you're going to twist your body towards the right side, and you're going to grab just above your knee where your quadricep muscle is. So not down below. If you can, great, but just up there so you can give a nice twist. Left hand over the top. So I'm actually going to go a bit further down. And we'll hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's change to the other side. I'll stay here. No, let's go this way so I can look at you. Okay, left leg in the front, 90-degree angle. Right leg at the back, turning it in. Knee down on the ground, up nice and tall. Just going to hold, really keep your body upright. Try not to go forward yet. Want to keep upright, stretching that hip flexor. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to go forward. Breathe in and breathe out. And here we go. 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And coming up, now you're going to lift the left arm up, twist to the left side. You can take your right arm and just twist your body more and grab wherever you can as long as it's not on your knee. And you can even look towards the back without doing this with your head. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, now our hips should be a little bit released. Let's go into our lunges. This is like a magic exercise for me. Same thing with the adult ballet dancers. I like to use adult ballet because with adult ballet dancers, they are generally your average person that just really has a passion for ballet, and they have maybe either they did ballet when they were young or they are actually starting ballet for the first time, so it's very fresh for them, so they don't usually have that flexibility. They have to work for it. And that's why I actually really do admire adult ballet dancers, because it takes a lot of work, and the people I worked with in Korea were so amazing. They worked so hard, they applied everything that I taught them, and they could all do the splits. And some of these ladies were, I think, in their 60s already, and they were all doing the splits. And yeah, so anyone can do it, you just gotta practice. So this is my magic stretch to get into the splits. So don't tell anyone. Alright, so you're gonna go, let's go onto our right knee. So right knee on the towel or your cushion, whatever it is, just because this might hurt your patella tendon. Then you're going to make sure that, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do lunge first. So left leg out, And you're going to lunge forward, making sure your knee is over your heel. You don't want to be going over your toes like that. It's going to hurt your knee. And we are going to sit upright. Let's just hold for 15 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, left hand on the floor directly next to your hip. And you're going to take that right arm and you're going to stretch away from your right leg. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lunging back. Now you want to try and make sure your hip is in line with your knee. You don't want to be sitting back. Try stay over your knee and your hip's nice and square. So you don't want to be pushing this hip forward. You want to keep it in line with the other hip. Arching your back, that's really going to stretch nicely into the hamstring. Opposite hand to your toes. I'm going to hold 15 seconds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you want to try get your head on your shin for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunging forward. Now we're going to do our quad stretch. We're going to take the opposite hand, grabbing your toes or your ankle, whatever you can grab, and the same thing, 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now don't just relax it, just release it gently. And try to push that hip a little bit closer to the floor. And we can slide forward into our splits if you don't have a sticky mat. Just to release that as far as you can go. And you're going to take your right hand, going forward, crossing over and pulling your toes. Just relax, whatever you can. We're going to go into an intensive split stretch now. So just a release. Alright, let's go to the other side. Now your left knee on the towel or your cushion. And you're going to lunge forward, knee in line with your heel. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And let's go our side stretch. Yes. So now your right hand on the floor, left hand and stretch over for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's lunge back. Hip in line with your knee, hips in line with each other. Left hand pulling your toes. And here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go forward. And we're going to grab opposite hand to our foot and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And relax it gently. And gently push that hip down to the ground. And then slide that right leg out. Just feel your splits. If you're not flat in the splits, then stay up in this position. This is really going to help you get flat into the splits. Okay, left hand over, and we're going to hold. Just release it. Okay, now what we're going to do, just releasing our middle splits, and then we're going to elevate it to the roller or your yoga block. Okay, so as far as you can go with your middle splits, whatever you can do. If you are not flat, then you want to just go as far as you can, keeping up nice and tall. But I can go flat, so I'm going to put my heels on the floor, toes on the floor, knees on the floor, hips on the floor, and keep a flat straight line. So I don't want to make a V shape with my legs. I wanted to, if you were looking from above, it will be a nice long straight line. And we'll just hold for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, time to challenge ourselves. I like to use a roller for this. Okay, this is a very good one to stretch out your hip flexor, because if you want to do the splits or even get your over splits, you have to stretch two very important muscles, your hamstring and your hip flexor. So your hip flexor, the one here on the top. This is also, if you release this muscle, it's going to help you with your arabesque. Okay, so now you are going to take your knee and put it on top of the roller. And then you're going to go into your splits. And this one I really like just to release it. Before I go into my over splits, I like to just release it. And now what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to ask James if he can come here and he can pull my arms so I can go into a back bend, so I can really stretch it. So James, Master James, could you please come over here and grab my arms?
And how are they going to do that?
If you have a brother or a sister or something, if not, you can just take your hands and you can pull back like this. If you're extremely flexible, you go back and you've got to try and grab your foot, which I can't do that, but I have a James, so he is going to pull my arms. So I'm going to move forward.
I was going to break something.
Please don't. Alright, so this is not going to be very impressive. I haven't done this in years, but I feel like I need to do it. I'm just taking a deep breath. And I need two hands. Alright, thank you, James. Alright, let's just do the other side so you can go away. Alright, other side. If you have a very flexible back, you can actually use your stretching band and you can hook it onto your foot and walk backwards.
Or you can, if you're feeling unsure, just use a bar or something as well, like a chair that you can hold on
Always
to.
do this with supervision because you can injure your back. So always make sure you have someone to what they call spot you. So if you're going to fall, they can help you. Okay, this is my tight side, so this is not going to be good. Here we go. And go.
I wanted to give you some.
Okay, thank you. Alright, now that we have released our hip flexor, we are going to thank you, James, very much for your help. We are going to just start with the roller flat on the ground. If you have a yoga block, you can use that. You're going to put where your Achilles tendon is, you're going to put it on there. And we're going to go into our flat over splits. You're going to hold here and try and flex your foot because that's going to really get nice and into your hamstrings. Reaching up nice and tall, and we're going to go forward. You want to try put your wrists over the roller so that you are not pushing like this. I know that sometimes when I teach someone over splits, they like to cheat. They like to cheat by holding the floor like this, and that's not going to help you. So you just got to relax into it. Let's hold for 15 seconds. After that, we're going to flex and point 10 times. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now you can move it a little bit so you have space to point your foot. And you're going to keep your head on your shin. You're going to go flex and point. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10.
Okay, that was an amazing physio in South Africa, taught me a variation of that stretch because that's gonna get straight into your nerves. All right, if you're having sciatica problems, that is not in the splits. You can actually sit on a chair and you round your spine and you do flex points, and that's gonna get in there. Anyway, I'm not a physio, but that's just what they told me. All right, sitting up nice and tall. And we're gonna go forward. We're gonna hold for 15 seconds. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we go into our flex points. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. All right. Now I think we are ready to go into our middle splits at the same level. We're just going to start with one foot on the roller. I'll put my left one, seeing as it's right there. Same thing, your ankle or your Achilles on the roller. Now, very important, make sure you are still activating this adductor muscle. You don't want to just relax it, because then your bones in your knee are going to start doing that. And that is very painful and can cause an impingement, which you definitely don't want, trust me. Alright, so you want to try keep that turned out position. And here we go. You want to try get your tummy on the floor. And we'll hold for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You're going to come up. Try keeping that little split. You're going to stretch towards your foot. You're going to try grab your toes, and we'll hold for 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's important to stretch out that side, because if you think about it, say this is my leg I'm standing on and I want to lift this leg to the side. If your side here is really, really tight, then your leg doesn't have, it's quite restricted, so it won't be able to go higher. So it's also important to stretch that side. Let's change legs. Right leg on the roller. So stretching is quite a tedious process. It's something that you kind of do in your own time. I really enjoy it. I find it's kind of like meditation for me to stretch. Okay, keeping that turnout as much as you can, and off we go for 15 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and coming up. And we're going to stretch towards that leg. I think a little more tighter side. Oh no, it's actually better. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, an extra 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, fantastic. Now let's take our second roller. Unfortunately, I don't have ones that are the same size. It would be great if they were the same size. Now we are going to add 2 rollers. And we're going to hold this. I'm going to ask James to possibly time this for maybe 45 seconds. Alright, so he's getting the timer out. And we are just going to lie here and relax. Okay, ready, James? Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is actually quite easy for me. It's not actually doing much. I would probably have to use something a little bit higher. Maybe, I don't know if you can see that shoe stand over there. That probably would be a good height for me, but if I did that, use that, it would break. This is the problem with being at home. You've got to be resourceful and see what you can use to help you stretch. It can be quite tricky, especially when you move to a new country and you don't have all these things.
So yes, leave us a comment in the comments chat box, whatever it's called. Thank you, James. What do you find is your most tight, restricted area? Is it your middle splits? Is it your front splits? Is it your butt, your hip, your stomach, your back? What is the most difficult thing for you to do when you are stretching? I'd love to know. Maybe I can give you some tips. Okay, now into the dreaded proper oversplits. I'll start with my good leg. Actually, no. I actually recommend to start with your bad leg. Just get it over and done with, because then we tend to like to cheat if we go from our good leg to our bad leg. So if you have something a little bit higher, sometimes you can use books, but I've actually been doing this with one of our students. If you use a book, it can actually slide and it just becomes frustrating. So it is much better if you have like a footstool or something like this. Your couch might be a little bit too high. That's something to progress to. I might have to actually do this off the mat because I need to slide my foot out. I just don't want to damage my knee. Alright, so what you're going to do, make sure it's something quite stable. Not like this is stable, but anyway. And we're going to go down and we're going to hold for 45 seconds again, James. Have you got the timer there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I can see the side is very, very tight. Usually I can do this side flat, but like I said, I've been having a bit of tightness in my right hip for some reason. And it's actually releasing a little bit now. So that's the very important thing when you are stretching, is never tense your muscles. It's just going to make it harder. No matter how painful it is, you've got to just relax into it. Alright, and a nice thing to do is to go forward, stretch that hamstring, really stretch that hamstring. And this is probably the best thing to do, is to come up and let go, because then you cannot cheat, you cannot push the floor. Keep your arms off the ground. And that's time. Okay, let's switch to the other side. See, now that I've done my bad leg, I'm looking forward to doing the good leg. So, same thing. Hope this doesn't topple over. It likes to topple over sometimes. And off we go. See, the side is just a lot easier. I actually don't even feel anything on the side. But this takes practice. I was not born flexible. I would say you could ask my mom, but my mom is not with us, so you can't ask her. I would actually stretch every single night after I had a bath when my muscles were warm, and I just started with something small and got higher and higher. I actually used bricks, and eventually I could use a chair. So it just takes practice, and you've got to be patient. You must never ever push yourself down in the splits, because I know some people maybe do that, maybe the rhythmic gymnasts do it, but I don't recommend it. I think going gently is safer. Thank you, James.
That happened to me actually.
Yeah, that's true.
I got pushed down the splits and my hamstring was almost torn completely in half.
Yes, we don't want that to happen.
And I was a long time recovering from that injury. But you make do and you just carry on.
Yeah, that's why I say it's very important to just go little by little. I'm actually also working with an adult, client, and her goal is to get into the splits. And it's amazing to see her progress. We've been going at her pace, what her body can do, and just in about 3 months, she's gone from about this high off the floor to some days she's actually even flat on the floor. And we've just gone gently, gently, gently. Secret is to just hold the splits for a long time. Okay, now it's time to stand up, and we are going to use our band. So I'm going to ask James, while I prepare everything, if he can just change the level of the camera so that you can see me fully. Okay, let me just move all this stuff out of the way. That we can be, usually if we edit a video, this will just all be cut and go straight into the next thing. But that's the thing with live. Alright. Now we're going to use our trusty bar, which I think James and I were discussing, this was probably our best investment that we ever got, was getting this bar.
Because we can put our weights on it, we can put our stuff on it.
Not only is it a ballet bar, but it's a good storage thing. Alright.
Also, it's easy to like access when you have the weights on it like that and all your stuff on.
We're going to get to the weights. Okay. Let's do this. Like I said, it's all about the angles. So you're going to take your band. If you remember back to our arabesque class, which was, it was hell, I'm not going to lie. Okay. We're going to take our band. If you don't have one of these and you have a TheraBand, you can actually tie a loop in the one side and you can tie a loop on the other side. Alright? If you have one of these are the best. So this is an investment I would recommend. If you want to be a professional dancer, you should get one of these. So you're going to put it around your shoulder. You're going to loop it around again. Maybe I have to angle this even more because this is going to be for our ala second first. I'm trying to think the best way for you to see. Maybe if I was sideways. Can they see me, James?
Yes.
Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to loop it in your foot. You're going to try loop it as many times as you can. So that's 1, getting quite tight, and 2. Then what you're going to do is stretch it, but right now we're not going to be doing our arabesque. We're going to be doing our ala second. Okay, I can feel what's coming with my foot. Okay, so now very important, we don't want to just sit and have this position. This is James's most favorite position. Okay, not. You want to pull up off this leg like you would in ala second. We're going to keep our arm up and we're just going to do plie to the front and stretch it to the side. Do that 3 times. Plie to the front, stretch it to the side, and plie to the front, stretch it to the side. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bend this leg, lifting off this leg, and you're going to try and stretch it and lift it higher using the band. It's going to pull in your hip here. So I'm going to try and move my arm so you can see. Bend and lift it higher. Let's do 5 more. Bend and lift it higher. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. You can just bend towards the bar, just release it a little bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to relax, lift it higher. Relax, lift it higher. We're going to do that 8 times. Here we go. Relax. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And you can actually just pull it, just release it, and we'll go to the other side. We'll come back and do our arabesque, just because this arm, it can go a little bit numb. Okay, you might just want to stretch this out. You can put your foot on the bar or a chair and just lunge forward a little bit just to release that. Maybe now I know why my hip is feeling a little tight. I'm doing that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is a good stretching as well as strengthening exercise. Okay, let's go to the other side. We're going to loop it over. This is my not so good side, so I'm not looking forward to it. I should have actually used my strategy from before, but I didn't for some reason. Okay, loop it as many times as you can. 1, 2, okay. And we're going to stretch it and carry it gently to the side. Okay. Alright, lifting up off this leg. And we're going to bring it to the front in plie and stretch it. So you're going to go 1, and stretch. 2 and stretch. 3 and stretch. Now we're going to do our bend and stretch. We'll do 8. So, bend, keep the turnout, stretch, lift off this hip. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Can just release it, pull it. Now we're going to the horrible one, the relax and up 8 times. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull the leg, pull the leg, pull the leg. And let's try and get out of this position, which is quite difficult. Okay, let's release that. And then we're going to go into our arabesque. And then we're going to put our leg weights on and then we're done. Okay. Okay, this one is horrible. If you can remember doing this one, it's really horrible, but it's a very good exercise. I found this exercise somewhere on YouTube. I'll have to find that video because I don't want to take credit for something that I didn't come up with. So I'll find it, and in possibly our arabesque video, I will link it in the bottom just so that you can see the girl who did it. Okay. Alright, like I said, I'm not looking forward to this. This side, because my back has been a bit tight, I don't know if I'm going to be able to loop it as many times, but let's try. If it's too much, then you can just release it. Okay? And come up. Yeah, this is strangling my foot. Sorry about this. There we go, that's better. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to bend and we're going to stretch. Try lift it higher if you can. Bend 3 times. 1 more. Bend and stretch, and you're going to go into penché. And come back up 3 times. This is the second time. Stretch. 2, 3, and go into penché. Last one. Bend, stretch, bend, and stretch, bend, and stretch. Go into penché. Sometimes the bar is in the way. And this is the terrible part. We're going to lift it, same like we did in second. Relax and lift. And 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to push this a little bit away so I can really stretch out this penché. Push, 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 push. And we're going to come up. Try grab it and bring your foot closer to your head. Okay, let's go to the other side. Let's move this around. Saving the worst for last. But the reason why we do it at the end is so that now your body is fully released, you can really stretch this and strengthen it at its best maximum capacity. Okay, here we go. This is the tricky part with this, the looping it around. Okay, here we go. And there we go. We're going to our bends. 1, and stretch. 2, stretch. 3, stretch, and going to penché. And coming up. Bend. Try to keep your back up as much as you can. 2, 3, and go, 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 go. Go. Last one. Plie and lift it. Plie, lift it. Plie, lift it and go, 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 go. Now for the horrible one, the little pulses. And 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's go into our penché. Release it. And try grab this as much as you can. Alright. We are going quite a bit over time, so I think we will save the leg weights for the next video in the future when we work on our stretching again. I think in the future I would like to do a whole entire video working solely on your ala second, because as you saw in our quiz video, ala second is probably the hardest position in classical ballet. And I think besides arabesque, when you are having your leg up as high as possible, ala second is really, really difficult, and the alignment, there's so much that goes into it. Plus I'm a bit tired and I don't think I can actually do much more right now. Tiring is actually quite, oh my gosh, you see, I'm losing my English. Lockdown is too much. Stretching is quite tiring.
We'll get through it.
Yes, we're almost there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, give it a nice big like. And don't forget, if you have not seen our quiz video, please go check it out. It was probably quite a fun video for us. I think the most fun that we've had. And next week, James will be back giving you a class. Do you have anything special planned? Or not yet?
It is going to be a very, very nice class, of course, as always. As always. So I just thought I'd come bring Olive in to say goodbye.
Yes, and back to our Patreon. I know we go on and on and on about this, but we really are trying to get people to become a patron. Like I said, it's only $5 a month, and you will be supporting us in our dream to open up our Ballet Express studio. We are currently working on our Ballet Express website. It's taking time because we want it to be perfect.
It's looking good. Get excited.
We saw the first draft yesterday. So we're really happy about that. So please, 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 please support us in our Patreon.
You're sweating, yeah.
That's why I said I don't think I can put on those leg weights.
And get excited for our next video that's going to come up soon. We recorded it today. So it's going to be a little bit exciting, I think. It's a lead on from our Ballet Basics class.
Don't give them too much. Just stay tuned. Make sure you hit that bell button so that you can get a notification when we have a video that comes out.
Exactly. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, before we go, we're going to leave. We're going to just put the end screen on. If you have any questions, type it in the chat and we will answer some of your questions. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Please share this video and we'll see you next week. Bye.